Hello and good day, everyone. Happy New Year to everyone. Chris Kaler doing an update. It's been a while since my last one. We tend to put them off until things are very, very significant and things that stick. Okay, first thing, creator gods. All the creator gods, Egyptian, Greek, into a lot of different realms of different types of ego, creator gods of religion, creator gods of humanity, creator gods of whatever. That whole realm has been shut down, and what we call it is the 10th octave. Within us, we have presumably 9 octaves. There is an additional 10th octave that the creator gods occupy. That has been very significant to disconnect people out of that 10th octave, removing the 10th octave from certain areas, etc., etc. And that has been very, very predominant with helping everyone. Wayne has always said the creator gods is like the last stronghold, the last place to go in order to help humanity in all different ways, shapes, and forms, and it's definitely showing up here. Creator gods now, since New Year's Day, a lot of energy shifts have happened. On the 25th, there was an eclipse. It was Christmas Day. There was a winter solstice on the 21st. All these different culminations of alignments and shifts have happened. And of course, allow us to go further, deeper, higher, fewer into what's out there and what's going on. So the biggest thing that's been coming up is now we're able to get into the DNA and actually look for areas of illness. So let's say you have a chronic liver problem. There is a good possibility that within the cells of your DNA, there could be an extra chromosome, an extra X chromosome if you're female, or an extra XY chromosome if you're male, and in certain ways and forms. And you can go on the internet and you can see different concepts of what illness can be caused by an extra chromosome. So that has been huge. And so on a physical level, that extra chromosome, and it's, just basically make the intent to get rid of this extra chromosome. So it may exist in the physical body and, of course, in the virtual self, which is now we're calling the energy component of us the virtual self, which is, of course, is where the gray aliens love to go and make tweaks and changes and to research and whatnot. So the virtual self has been predominantly the energy area that we look in. Also, the higher self has been there. So with the DNA, there can be programs of Lyme disease. There could be programs of dimethylmercury. There could be programs of illness. So you have to look at the DNA as more than what the medical and scientific community proclaims and says about it, because they don't know everything, of course. Neither do we, but we're looking at other options other than just what the medical community says about it. So you can go into the histone of the DNA and look in. There's 3 different areas. There's writers, readers, and erasers within this area. I like to refer to it as like a USB port. You plug something in and the rest of the body is going to feed off of that. So you can program the erasers to erase Lyme disease programs. Program the erasers to erase, XYZ programs, whatever you find within it. So that has been significant. And of course, you can program that histone with source. Program that histone with peace, love, joy, whatever you like, a musical note, a color, whatever you feel is going to help that area. What else? The grays have been huge, and that realm, they're in the 2nd dimension. That realm is now breaking down. We're able to get rid of those gray yahoos from playing havoc on our bodies and everything else for that matter. It's been an interesting few weeks, 3 weeks to say the least. New Year's Day, I had a shift that came up. That was like something I've never felt before. It was really intense and it was really uplifting. It felt like there was dimensions going on, front and back, up and down. So it was definitely some shifting in that regard. Another thing that we can do in the DNA is add the genome of source, where some people might call it the metagene, the whatever. We're calling it the genome of source. Now, the interesting thing here is that we ask for the genome of source to return, which means we had it once before. It was taken away from us, and now we can return it. That says something in itself, that because we've always been looking for this metagene, this gene of manifestation, this potential of a higher vibration. Of course, we've been taken away from that, so we're stuck at a certain level. We can't really go past that unless we have that gene. So now we can make the intent to return this gene to the DNA, and we're basically doing that for everybody. So it's certainly showing some potential and a lot of interesting things. Lots of, again, past lives. There's so much going on right now. Past life memories is coming up again. A lot, again, connections with the creator gods, so on. So we're continuing to kick butt down over here. Where's my, there's pages of stuff that comes in, but it's the significant things that I really want to focus on. A decree has been given that no human shall suffer no more. I know it's a double negative, whatever, but the message is the important thing. How does Source speak to us in metaphors, and they try to bring forward the best information they can. So please don't judge, okay? Speaking of judgment by the creator gods, again, has been big. So of course they judge us for wanting to ascend. They judge us for being human. They judge us for being able to manifest. I mean, there's many different things. It could be taxes on you, which means that you're supposed to gather a certain amount of souls. Let's say you work for a church, and they tell you need to go out and pound the pavement and bring more people into the church. Well, you're gathering souls for these creator gods to tap into. So that if you lift the taxes off our soul, we're not really using the word soul anymore. We're using more the word grids, our grid structure. We lift the taxes, lift the judgment, etc., etc. All taxes paid in full, if you will. It goes on and on and on in that respect. But I think the big thing here is paying attention to the DNA. An extra chromosome is a big thing. A missing chromosome. So you look at people with Down syndrome. They say they're missing a chromosome. We can potentially give that back. Diabetes, ALS, LMNOP, you name it. This could definitely be an issue where there's a missing chromosome, an extra chromosome, so forth. If there's an extra body part in your virtual self, this is like a duplicate of that body part, and a lot of energy could be going to that virtual body part instead of the physical one, so that shuts down that physical. Something to consider. So you want to clean that up and make sure there's no duplicates in the virtual self, etc. Looking forward to the oncoming week, and then thereforth, so many things I know are going to happen. Wayne said, call me, I've got a present for you. So I'm wondering what the heck's that going to be. I think we can only guess what that's going to be. It's going to be a nice shift for sure. Other than that, reptilians basically gone for the most part. We've been kicking butt with a being called Odu. I've mentioned this guy before. We're going to refer to this as kind of a hitman for the reptilians, something of that nature, causing a lot of problems in people. Getting rid of that guy or that thing. Why give it a gender, right? We're not into genders anymore. Oh, geez, what else? I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. So, the creator gods, the creators of religion, the creators of humanity, creators of DNA, programmers of DNA, all this stuff is big, but it's whittling down. It's coming to a point where we're getting right down to the very root of all this stuff that's going on. Illness, emotional, mental, physical problems, world problems, spiritual problems. I dowsed about the Iran thing, where Trump sent a bunch of drone strikes to the general of the Iranian army and knocked him out of commission. Good one, Trump. You such a good guy. I doubt that Iran is the last stronghold of the reptilians. I mean, is what it is. Sometimes we're meant to know these things. Sometimes we're not. So what exactly is going on? As above, so below. A big war going on above, filtering down here. But my hope for 2020, and of course we hear lots of different things about 2020 is going to be phenomenal. My hope is that governments around the world get their heads out of their asses. Realize that there's more to it than just making deals and behind the doors and all this negative stuff, playing with the lives of people who live in their countries, all the famine, all of the suffering that goes on because of their actions. Look at 9/11 and look at, maybe there's a good reason for it. I don't know. All I know is that a lot of people died who didn't have to. The taking out of airplanes, all this stuff going on. I think it's time for a reset. Okay. I think if we all took our wonderful sacred geometry tools and made the intent, a global intent for a reset, that could certainly help things on a lot of different levels. I know that we're on our way to something because of the results we're getting here. And again, everything here is proof in the pudding. A lot of well-known people out there fighting the cause talk a lot about a lot of stories, a lot of military stuff, this, that, and to me, it's a good story. Do you believe it or not? That's up to you. But hear what's happening as we take these possibilities and apply them to a clearing within somebody. If we get a result, then that there's some validity to it. So again, I don't like to comb the internet and listen to other people's stuff. I just stick with source. Source tells me what's going on, what to do next, and we do it. So that's where we're standing. That's where we're sticking to. It's been all good. Okay, it's more and more tougher cases are coming forward, more extreme cases, and it's testing us. Let's see what's going on, what's causing this, and there is a lot of commonality with some people, and some people are just their own thing. So we don't lump everybody into a same pot and hope that things clear out. You have to look at everybody individually for the most part. We do some group clearings here and there. Oh, by the way, I want to welcome anybody watching on Rise Multiversity. We are now a part of Rise Multiversity, and hoping to expand into more people and able to help more people. So welcome people from Rise Multiversity. We're going to be doing a lot of updates and hopefully some group clearings for people from Rise. Everybody with TQH, love you. You guys are awesome. Anyways, busy like crazy. Okay, stay tuned for more updates. We're going to bring them forward as they come. Sometimes we have to wait. Again, we have to wait because we don't want to show our hand. We don't want to divulge any information to the dark side that we don't want to, etc., etc. So keep your stick on the ice. Chris Kaler, we're out.